Hi guys, right, we're going to be looking at climbing today, how to make our character climb. Now, what I need you to remember is I've added some coding to it to make it move forwards, back and turn left and right, but I want you to completely ignore this whole section here for what we're about to do. This is just to make the guy move. Okay, so first of all, to make him climb, I've got some ladders here, and the problem is that if I go up to the ladders and I want to climb up it, it's quite rigid. So I'm going to use a secondary object to sense when I'm near a ladder to make it climb. Why that's good is you can create ladders in whatever way you want. Cosmetically, you can create steps, stairs, anything, but this is the thing that's going to make us climb. So first of all, if I go into the camera and press P, the guy moves around, he can jump. Oh no, he can't jump actually, I've taken that feature away. But if I go up to the ladder, he won't climb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a keyboard sensor. I'm going to call it climb. I'm going to use the space bar, which might already be used for jump or run or whatever, but I'm going to use it for now. You can use any key you want. I'm going to use a motion actuator called climb. And it's very important to remember that we use linear velocity because we are fighting gravity. Very, very important. You have to experiment with the figure that you're going to use because I've turned my gravity up already to 20. So I'm going to try with 3. So if I press P and I hold space, yeah, that climbs pretty nicely actually. That's a good amount. So I'm going to leave mine at 3. So why is that good? If we're going to on my camera, I can now go up to my ladders and climb up them. Awesome. But what your players are going to be doing is just walking along and climbing, which is not cool unless you're David Blaine. So what we want to be doing is we want to be creating an object like this to sense when we're near the ladders. I've created a cube, nice and thin, a little bit higher than the ladders. I'm going to name it ladder climb, and I'm going to give it a material. I'm going to make it bright red because you won't see it. Very important, name your material. Brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that in front of my ladders. Cool. And you can see that it sticks out on top. If you didn't do that, your guy would stop or girl would stop at the top of your ladders and they wouldn't be able to get off. So what we want to do now is we want to go into the physics panel, because if we press P, we can see that sort of horrible red thing in front of our steps. And we want to turn it into a ghost so that we can actually get right up to our ladders, and we want to make it invisible so that we can't see it. So if we press P again, it's disappeared. All we need to do now then is click on our object, so we can climb. If we press the space key, we climb. Let's add a collision sensor. Let's call it ladder climb. Let's set MP to ladder climb, and we'll wire it to the same logic gate, and we leave it as AND, because what happens now is we have to press space and we have to be colliding with this in order for us to climb. So that should be it. If I go into a camera and I press P to play, I press space and nothing happens. He doesn't climb, the player doesn't climb. But if I go up to the ladder and press space, they climb, and that works pretty good. So again, press space, does nothing, but go up to the ladder, press space, climbs. Now you saw there was a bit of a snag there when I climbed up the ladder. That's an example of why we use an orange thing in front of it, because we could be colliding with sort of the runs on the ladder, so you might want to move it away just a little bit. It's up to you. Have a play about with it anyway. I've seen some students try and make it so that when you go up to it, just by pressing forwards makes it climb. It's completely up to you. I think this is a smoother system to make you actually be able to press the climb button. It's up to you, you're the developers. Awesomeness level, probably about a 4. However, if you get these things working all over your game, it's going to create a rich, diverse environment. See you later.